It was a good team win, particularly in the second half. I thought our guys were very dialed in to the energy, the engine, the motor of doing things hard, doing things right. Probably more than anything in the first half, what got us in trouble was our offense. And it's happened 3 straight games now. We're not used to that. We've been doing a pretty good job of taking care of the basketball and getting the shots that we want. But the last 3 games, well, 2.5, the turnovers have been an issue. And not to take anything away from the opponent, the majority of them feel and seem like they're unforced concentration, issues. But second half, only 5 turnovers, and our game was much more efficient. And again, how we competed in that second half is how we like to play. Some very good things in this game.
Didn't have one, but I'll come up with one. Erik, the fact that so many times during the streak it's been one guy, usually LeBron or Dwayne. Tonight, so many contributions. Chris Anderson on one end, Ray Allen doing things, Shane
no
doing
question.
things.
You know what? The 23 assists is very deceptive. This is one of our better ball movement, extra pass, trying to beat them with the pass, getting guys, helping each other get open looks. Guys were very unselfish, but also aggressive tonight, particularly in the second half when we weren't turning the ball over. So we had, a lot of beneficiaries from that ball movement. Guys get to step up and help our team. Defensively, guys were very active. Chris Anderson was very active defensively, making things happen. But a lot of people contributed defensively.
So Ray Allen gets the ball out on the fast break, shakes off LeBron, soars for the dunk. Your reaction?
He's getting younger. A few guys on our team are getting younger as the season's going on. So hopefully we can keep up, that formula. He's been telling everybody that he still has that. He did that in practice 6-8 weeks ago. It surprised everybody. That one surprised me. I thought he was going to try to somehow dish that back. And I think that's what everybody else thought, and he went back 10 years in time.
Just to go back to Bird for 1 second, I know when you brought him in, the thinking kind of was, let's see what he's got in a few weeks. Is there much more of an edge to him now, just as he's gotten more comfortable and gotten his legs back with him?
And it helps that he's a heady IQ player. He picks up things very quickly. He's a veteran player, but he's not just a guy that's been in a lot of different systems and hasn't retained anything. So he's able to pick up our system. Defensively, we know how complex that is. It's tough for some guys, and it takes a while. But in the extra sessions and yesterday in practice, we made one adjustment that everybody else is able to do. Chris hadn't really learned that adjustment yet, and he was able to apply that tonight just in one day of practice. So it shows that, like I said, he's able to pick up things very quickly. And the more comfortable he gets and the more conditioned he gets, and again, it'll be 3 or 4 weeks before he really gets his legs under him, I think the more impact you'll see because he's an instinctual player. And at times he's thinking, about what our sets are or our system, but you're seeing a little bit less of that each game and more of his instincts and athleticism.
Erik, 17 in a row, next game Sunday against the Pacers. First look at those guys, and LeBron said a couple weeks ago that you guys like to face teams that beat you before to sort of show the progress since that last game. Where do you look at this?
Well, I'm not going to really let you into some of the conversations we'll have as a team, but we're well aware that they've absolutely pounded us. They beat us up. What else do you want to say? And so, each game is its own challenge, but this is one that everybody gets what they want on Sunday. The fans get to get a game that they think is compelling. Indiana wants to play us and compete against us, and we want to compete against them.
Sunday, Indiana's the only team you haven't beaten this season, and in Heat history, the Heat have never beaten every other NBA team in a regular season. How cool would that be if you guys could beat every team in the NBA?
That's another piece of motivation, but we want to play well against them. We haven't played well against them this year, and you have to give them credit. They've gotten better. They played well against us last year in that series really was the equivalent of a 7-game physical series. You know, and with another year of experience, that team has gained more confidence, and they've gotten better, and they've played 2 very good games against us, and they've deserved to win both times. So we're not making any excuses for those 2 games. We're looking forward to Sunday.
When you look at the sheet, Eric, how big is the stat of LeBron only playing 34?
We looked at each other. That's how far we've come. It was nonverbal communication, and both of us understood, let's let this group ride and see what they can do, and see, you know, let them have an opportunity to close out a game. He really set the tone for us in the second half, particularly the end of the third quarter and the beginning of the fourth. He was dynamic on both ends of the court. His engine was unparalleled, and that's saying a lot because Bird was coming out with a great deal of energy. Norris, that second unit, Shane and Ray. But that really sparked us, and it gave us a little bit of a cushion. He's okay, though. Yeah, he's fine. He could have gone back into the game. We both looked at each other, and really we were up double digits, and we figured we'd give it a couple more minutes, and those other guys played well, and they deserved it.
Spo, how aware do you have to be going forward about the minutes, especially of LeBron and Wade? Are you going to dial them back at all?
Well, we already have this year. If you've noticed, Dwayne's minutes we're very comfortable where he's at. Normally he's between 32 and 35. I mean, this is a far cry from the 41 he used to average. LeBron is averaging, I think, his second least amount of minutes in his career. We're also a lot more committed to getting him a rest in the fourth quarter, even against good teams, competitive games, save for the 2 or 3 games before that. But for the most part, I've been getting him out in the second half, and Chris's minutes have been very manageable all year. And now we want to use our depth. It's there for a reason. I think Chris Anderson helps us manage Chris Bosch's minutes more. But I think going down the stretch run, we feel very comfortable. It's much different than 2 years ago when these guys were logging big minutes.